Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's videoing. Alright, folks, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings Incorporated. That flash is going to bother me, but I'm going to go right through it. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about using impact weapons to enhance joint locks. Okay? Now, I made a video the other day, I'll use a combat cane for this, discussing striking with the cane. You know, collarbone, side of the neck, and lethal entities, long bones, all that. I don't really, if I need to teach you how to pick this up and beat the crap out of someone with it, you don't need self-defense training, you need common sense training. Every hillbilly, every city boy too, knows how to pick a stick up and brain somebody over the head with it. Now there are other methods, of course, but it doesn't take, I can teach you a cane seminar in 20 minutes. Start here and here, move the smaller bones if it gets worse, hit them upside the head or in the neck if it gets even worse and you're justified in killing them. Pretty much how to beat someone with a cane, right? And then I might take a few minutes to show you some different angles, but that's pretty simple. When we get into something like a straight stick, you may have other choices, because being a little bit shorter, it's a bit more maneuverable. When you get into a baton, something like a flashlight, then you get into a bit more other fun stuff. And then when you get to like expandable batons, you have to deal with deployment and all that. So I'm going to pick up my training cane right here for his safety, because I like him today. We discussed earlier, you can carry a cane crook to the rear or crook forward. Each one has its merits depending on what you want to do. I'm partial to a crook to the rear. Number one, because if I bring it up two-handed, it's just like the bayonet system I got used to in the Marine Corps or the samurai sword system I got used to before that. And to think that this is any less effective just because it doesn't have a point on it, would you want to come forward right now?
I'm not moving.
I'm turning myself just a little bit, because with just a slight shift of weight forward, I mean, even though this is oak and it's not going to penetrate, that's not going to be fun. All right, or even this, it's not going to be fun. That butt stroke with the Marine Corps, this isn't an M16A2, but it's not going to be pretty. Okay, so I'm more partial to that grip, but you can use a crook forward grip as well. So what I'm going to deal with, just because it's what I prefer, is a crook to the rear grip. We may do a video a little bit later to crook to the front grip. I know you haven't carried yours much, and you're playing with it. What do you prefer, forward or to the rear?
I like that. That's the way Dana Abbott taught it.
Yep. To the rear? Yeah. And Shihan Dana Abbott, phenomenal sword instructor, phenomenal martial artist, and just generally good guy. If you get a chance to train with him and don't, you're a moron. Would you agree with that?
I agree fully.
And much like the same man who makes our cane, Grandmaster Mark Shuey, hell of a nice guy, extremely talented martial artist, and a fine craftsman. I'd even go so far as to say not a craftsman, but an artisan when it comes to making canes. Would you have any disagreement with that either?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're going to get right into the fun part. What we're going to start with is we're going to do some static defenses, just because dealing with reference points and all, obviously we can get to any of these. We're going to start with just a simple two-handed choke, because it's a pretty serious attack. And there are other options, you know, gun guys, I'm going to draw my gun and shoot him. Well, you know, not necessarily. If he's shooting knees into you and he's really meaning to hurt you, good luck with that. Knife guys are like, I'm going to get my knife in the fight. Okay, maybe. But if I have this, I don't need to wait on any of that. First thing with any situation, I need to understand primary danger. Primary danger. In this instance, it's his thumbs. And I have to be careful because he's got stitches in that one. Alright. No, I didn't do it. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Want anything else, call my lawyer. I'm going to trap these thumbs. The easiest way to do that is to cut into the wrist. Okay? Now, minus the cane. You know, I mean, I'm a hot keto guy. So, I mean, I might go into all kinds of joint locks, breaking this down here. You know, and I cut him loose so I didn't throw him into here, because that hurts. But there's all kinds of things we can do. Alright, but the first part remains the same. He grabs me, I'm securing this. Okay? And I'm going to prove this example a little bit. I'm going to give him a tap when I'm not going to talk. When I give him that tap, he's going to proceed to choke the shit out of me. And I'm actually going to let him choke me for a few seconds so that you all can see the effects. Alright, and I'm talking pop my head like a zip when I give you this tap. Alright, ready? All I'm doing is bringing my hands up and hooking down. Alright, ideally, you hit the pressure points across the radial bones. Alright, granted, some people aren't responsive to those, But when you strike those bones, you do get the concussive shock effect. What did it feel like when you got hit there?
Feel the jar.
All right. Now, mind you, I've been training in Hapkido, which is big on transferring ki energy and all that. If you don't believe in that, you've never been exposed to it. That's just, I don't believe in the no-touch knockout, but I've been knocked senseless with a bare slap with a ki strike. So, and here's my witness. The man who did it is just up the road. You can call him for verification too. But this is a lot more technical, but it will work for anybody. As long as you hit the center of this bone and you use a monkey grip, which is no thumbs, this will pop loose. And there is a freebie here. Alright, if I duck my head when I do this, which I should be doing anyway, alright, I'm going to make contact. Whether it's here in the shoulder and I break his collarbone, or here on his face, or even if I just bring it in more to a clinch. Alright, I'm going to make contact at this point. So, where does the cane... Well, you know what? We'll go one further. What if you carry a flashlight? This is a simple... I don't even know where I got this thing from. Cheap flashlight. I think I give like $10 for it. It's not my Surefire or anything like that. You can carry it on an airplane. Very simple. Alright, he grabs me here. When I go to cover, I'm going to take that bezel and drive it into his knuckle. Alright. Gets a pretty good effect, does it not? There's another option here. And I'm going to do this on the right side so you can see what I'm doing. There's a pressure point right here. Okay, just above the elbow. And it's not fun. Would you agree? I mean, it's not crippling, but do you want to get hit there? Good. If I'm carrying this in my left hand, which I'm a right-handed pistol shooter predominantly, so it will make sense my light was in my left side. All right. I got my flashlight out because it's dark. He grabs me, he accosts me. I'm going to trap across here using the back of it and go in here. All right, and I'm just going to pivot for the sake of the camera. And we're going to do that again. He grabs me. I trap, come in here, and roll it up. And this is a very effective lock. You can destroy the shoulder. You're in a position where you can disengage, get another weapon in the fight. It's a good lock. Okay? But this, you've seen me do that lock on people with the hand, correct? Mm-hmm. It sucks, doesn't it? It does. How does it feel when you get wrapped across the knuckle with the pressure point with this
a little extra, oh shit moment in it.
In the words of Bruce Lee, it puts a bit more teeth on the technique, correct? Alright, so, I'm not even going to get into using the ASP baton because unless you're an on-duty police or security officer, carrying an ASP baton in most places will get you locked up. But you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to use it when you see the same techniques done with a flashlight and a cane. The only reason I'm not doing it on video is just because I don't want to hurt him too bad. And I get a little crazy when I start playing with an ASP. So, we're going to go to the cane. Why? Because, like the flashlight, I can carry this absolutely anywhere. We discussed that in the advantages of the canes video earlier. We're not going to get into using it as an impact weapon. I already did a video on that. Where does that come in when you're enhancing joint locks? Simple. If he is intent on hurting me, I cannot grab him and lock him up as long as he's moving. Okay? We can start in a simple outside reference point, JKD reference point. Alright? And we can get here in a fight all day long, but we're going to start with a static attack. Why? Because if he grabs me by the choke here, alright, when I break this off, where am I? The same place, right? Even if he grabs me in that choke and I break it here, I'm still on an inside reference point. Alright, so we don't really need to get into going too crazy with it. Alright, we're going to start with that same two-handed choke. Okay? Now, there's a few options I have. The first and foremost, if you ring the bell downstairs, the bell upstairs usually rings too. That's a good start. The problem is if he doubles over, he may very well trap my cane. Alright? Because most guys' reaction to getting hit in the kids are to shut their legs as tight as they can and lean forward. I've been kicked in the nuts a few times. It's when you bounce in Fayetteville, pointy-toe shoes hurt. Okay? So, we're sitting here, and he starts this. Maybe this isn't the best option. Alright? I'm not saying it's ineffective. I'm saying maybe it's not the best choice. Alright? If I'm in a position where I'm up against this wall, I wouldn't go for that. My first choice is I'm going to come over the top here because it gives me more options. Face it, if he's grabbing me around the neck, this is lethal force. He stands a great chance of causing death or serious bodily harm to me. Why? Because he's occluding my airway. Okay? This is specific. As of this moment in North Carolina, he has committed assault by strangulation. The key word there being strangulation. Obviously, he can kill me. So I can go a little bit crazier if I need to. I'm just going to bring this cane up, and I'm just going to pop him. If I hit him in the shoulder, great. If I hit him in the dome, better. All right, I'm bringing it up, hitting whatever gets in the way. All right, once I do that, I'm making contact at the elbow. Don't want to bust them lights. I'm making contact at the elbow here. Mind you, this is coming over the top of the trap at the same time. So when I'm grabbed, I realize it's an oh shit moment. I trap and come over the top. And again, I'm using a monkey grip. All right, once I meet here, I fold the baton over, snap my elbow over it, and lean forward. And pull the baton into me. Alternatively, I don't necessarily have to trap when I have the baton. The option can be here to here, which is how I prefer it. I'll throw an extra little blind shot in there in the process. But once he grabs, I'm choked, I have the old shit moment, over the top, grab the baton. I'm pulling it and curling it into the pressure points on his radius, correct? Alright, the radius, the upper bone, it's right here. There's pressure points right in there that are really fun. Alright, I'm rolling that down and ducking my head. Alright, maybe I hit him in the face, maybe I hit him in the collarbone, maybe I just end up in a clinch. Regardless, I'm bringing his head down and forward. Alright, now, make sure I'm not going to hit any lights. The same concept again. I'm going to have him grab me in this choke. When I tap him, he's going to choke the ever-loving shit out of me. And I'm going to break the grip after a few seconds with this cane. Not fun, is it? Alright, and if y'all are wondering, he really is choking me with all he has. Well, granted, this isn't the best grip to choke somebody. What's wrong with my head?
You hit him in the head.
I hit him in the head? Sorry, Kane. So, I got it honest. Alright, so, whether you're breaking the grip with the cane or striking with the cane, very good tool. We're going to get into one more, alright? And I think we figured out we needed to be on the other side for this lock last time, right? The shoulder lock. Okay. Alright, same thing. We're just moving sides so it's easier on the camera here. Alright, what I'm going to do, cane's on my left-hand side. When he grabs there, I'm coming over. I'm bringing the cane up. Maybe I hit him. I still make contact at the elbow. This time I'm going to shift my weight. Alright, come back this way. Not you. There we go. When I shift my weight, I turn my hips and hook his elbow in the crook of the cane. At this point, this goes up. I don't do that with my arms. I do that with my legs. At the same time, I pull this back. I get a monkey grip on his wrist, trap the back of his hand against my chest, push up and pull back. Alright, this isn't the best lock in the world, but it gives me a good position to hit the peroneal nerve and get another weapon in the fight. So, that's just a little quick bit on using impact weapon to enhance the joint lock. I hope you all enjoyed it. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to contact us. I am not certified in Grandmaster Shuey's CaneMasters program, but I've worked with canes in the martial arts a very long time. I've kind of developed my own little take on things based on what I saw. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what I've done is anywhere near the caliber of Grandmaster Shuey's, but it's not intended to be. So, if you want to get more information on the cane, shoot us an email, give us a call, hit our website. If you want to see me beat the crap out of him some more, that's going to happen anyway. And me and him were talking earlier today. We've got some other ideas for videos lined up. And this is going to be fun. Y'all stick around. Have a good night. Stay in the fight.